Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. I'm back for The Whale Called Moon. I'm doing another tea reading today. I like to do these readings where I write things down. It kind of changes up the style of the reading, and I really enjoy doing this kind of style. Before I lost housing, and then I've done some since, and so I wanted to get back to this for this channel. And I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who has supported this Well Called Moon channel. I'm just really happy to be able to do these readings, honestly. I have had my energy pulled in so many other directions, and I'm just happy to be back reading today. I'm recording this on May 3rd, 2026, and I'm going to be reading Yerba Mate tea. And this is for the May 2026 energies. But if you're watching this later in time, this could also be applicable later in time or throughout the year whenever you're watching this. I've gone back to my videos and it's always applicable later. So definitely come back to my content and check back on some of the videos that I have. I do want to announce that I have another channel. I have a second Oracle Daphne channel. So if you haven't checked that out, please do. The links are going to be in the description box as well as the comments to my other channel. It's an extension of my original Oracle Daphne channel that I started in 2014. I'm doing a whole bunch of other kinds of content on there, and I'm just excited to be recording and posting as much as I am. So I'm going to just jump in and just take a look at the tea and see what we get. This is gonna sound strange. I'm seeing an unexpected package. Someone might send you something unexpectedly through the mail. It's like it looks like a brown box. It could be like a gift box, or something that they send you that maybe they tell you after that they've sent you. I don't know if it's they're sending you something back. It doesn't feel like it's something. It feels more of like a brown box with like something in it that's for you specifically. Could be also, you ordering something unexpectedly. Like you decide, okay, I need to do some shopping, and you do some ordering. But to me, it almost seems like a one-off situation where somebody actually does something nice. It feels like a care package. Kind of like somebody sends you maybe some food or some snacks or some personal care items, if you're in need of that. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but it actually is just, it looks and feels really kind, really kind, really warm. I'm seeing like this warm patch on the floor of the sunlight. It just feels really warm to me. So you're going to get an unexpected gift box. Write that down. I'm going to write care package. The energies are warm and kind, and I would say thoughtful. There's this energy, my guides are showing me there's this energy that's coming through May that's very, I want to say considerate of other people. Very thoughtful as far as other people. My pen is not working. Okay, I grabbed another pen. So this package, or this unexpected item that's coming, is considerate. You might also be getting or be doing like collaborations. with like influencers and like made like paid promotions. I'm not sure, like those of you who are on YouTube, you might be, you know, I'm seeing like something being sent to you and it's a gift, but it also might be something where you're going to use it like later. So like someone might have reached out and been like, hey, can we send you this? And you're going to be like, yes, sure. Like, why not? Something like that. What else? I feel like you're going to do drastic things this month with your diet. Drastic changes to diet. Okay, Moon, is it going to be like, are there going to be drastic changes to like life, to your life, to their life or lifestyle, or is it just diet? This also might be a change, like if you have kids, like change in your children's diet. Let's just say you have kids and they always have stomach issues and they've been drinking a lot of milk. You're going to go like to drinking hemp milk or oat milk. Maybe examining allergies. Or if, you know, children, if there's children, this would be children's diet allergies. I want to say there's an allergy to milk, dairy, casein. I'm seeing that as well. Switching to, and I do suggest switching to hemp milk. Hemp milk is actually really expensive, but oat milk, and you can do rice milk, and as like alternatives. And these are cheaper to make though. Milk and rice milk are much cheaper to make or buy than the hemp milk, but you're gonna have to experiment to see what they're sensitive to. I'm sensitive, like as a personal note, to like almond milk that has like carrageenan and stuff in it. So you can do, I'm gonna write almond, but I would probably stick to like a clean oat milk or like a clean hemp milk. Make sure you're checking for additives. I'm just gonna write down check for additives. Okay, what else? I feel like some of you are trying to get your ducks in a row. Pulling your shit together is what I'm seeing. Getting ducks in a row. Okay, so that's what I have so far, and then let's see what else. More on that. I feel like you're gonna, I don't know if you're gonna work with flower essences, but I'm seeing you really getting into flowers, flower essence, spending time outside. I did see swimming, which comes through quite often on this channel because this is the Whale Called Moon channel. And I'm reading tea, which has water. There's some, like, I don't know, like if it's aches or pains or something that you're recovering from. aches or conditions or something that has been like troubling you physically, and that's going to fall off. There's going to be something that goes away. So like maybe you become asymptomatic, like not, what's that word, asymptomatic or non-symptomatic, no longer showing symptoms of something that you have. I want to say, actually, this is not within the May timeframe. Okay, it's not in May. I am seeing specifically, it would be end of June or later. And I'm seeing by Christmas, potentially. Okay. So like that's the time frame. So it's not, I don't feel like this is going to happen in May. Any resolving physical conditions that I feel like you may resolve it. It may get resolved or see symptoms changing end of June or later, and potentially by Christmas. I see some of you working with horses, which is really beautiful, or maybe there's a desire to work with horses. There's a connection to the horse spirit, which is coming through, or the horse collective. Coming through. I'm also seeing, okay, so the horse spirit, to me, that's very much like a heart-based, this could also be like a relationship. My guides are saying from the ground up, like building a relationship from the ground up. I'm also seeing like starting over. Like in the T, it's like super clear here. It just feels like for many of you, you're going to start over somehow. Maybe it's starting over in relationships. If you've had a relationship for a long time, you're going to be starting over. For some of you, it's just starting over in your life in some regard. Like, I'm gonna say change. My guys showed me like this leaf that kind of blew a little bit, and it says changes in the wind as a sign that you're starting over. Maybe turning over a new leaf. Starting from scratch. That's what I see. Okay, what else? It's so funny. I'm making lentils right now, and the pot is just starting to like cook. And I do see many of you actually enjoying a lot of cooking during this period of time. Taurus season is really great for food. So maybe going out to eat, but also cooking, baking. It's so interesting. In the summertime, I get so inspired and I kind of come up with all kinds of crazy new recipes. So for some of you, just kind of getting into cooking, baking, new recipes. There's some really cool new books, like cookbooks that just came out. I was reading one at the store yesterday. I forget what it was, but it was really inspiring. She did all these kind of like stuffed vegetables, and I thought that was interesting. Like kinds of things that you wouldn't like normally think to stuff, like stuffed avocados, I can't go into all of it, obviously. I'm going to be short on time, but it's just a lot of really interesting recipes. And I feel like some of you are going to be really into food and recipes during this period of time. What else? This is an interesting message. Some of you are going to be irritated by some small things. Okay. So it's like, just when you're like, I'm carrying so much on my plate. I've got so much to do. There's going to be minor irritations, things that show up that you're going to be like, no, like, I don't want any more. Like, I can't take on any more. And it's just going to irritate you. I'm going to say it's like minor issues that are irritating. For some of you, I want to say your allergies are going to act up. You're going to have allergies. I'm going to say layered issues or stress. I would encourage everybody to do B vitamin spray. And B vitamin complex for stress. During this period of time. Also vitamin D, vitamin C, and zinc help with the immune system. What else? I feel like this is going to sound interesting. The tea looks very comforting or comfortable in some regard. So like, despite the fact that maybe you have some minor irritations or things that are bothering you, there's some level of comfort still to be had. And I'm not sure where you're going to be getting it from, but like some of you may want to spend more time at home. Like you might not want to go out during this period of time. Staying in. Finding comfort in things. So some of you may be into like watching old movies like me, curling up with a blanket, reading a good book. These are all things that are comforting, eating your favorite foods, maybe indulging in like more cheese than you probably should. Again, going back to that dairy allergy, I'd say cheese, chocolate, food, indulgences. I specifically saw mac and cheese. So like mac and cheese. There's a lot of people who are addicted to that stuff. And I know why. I mean, it is comforting on many levels. So, whatever's comforting to you though. I mean, comfort is different for everybody. What else? I do see a large chunk of change coming through. It looks like a large chunk of change, a large chunk of money coming through. Could be more than one large chunk. Definitely see what I call a reprieve. If you've been struggling financially, there's going to be a financial reprieve. Several. I think I saw, let's see, 3. I want to say up to 3, potentially 4. Okay. Any last messages for this collective during this period of time? Some of you are going, there's too many messages. I can't even talk. Messages coming through right away. You're going to come to a fork in the road in your life. Okay, so I'm going to write fork in the road. Where you're going to have to choose your path. And there's going to be more than one choice. Okay, it could be 2 or 3 choices. I feel like in this case, there's 2 choices. So you go right or you go left. That's really the fork in the road that you're coming to. And the fork in the road a lot of times means sometimes hard decisions. This is where you make some hard decisions, and you kind of have to think it through before you make the decision. I'm also seeing the forked path is part of my archetype series that I've done, that I created a long time ago. The forked path is about not engaging in cheating or any kind of cheating activities. It's the love, lust, desire path, where you may really fall in love with somebody who is not in a relation, who is not single, who's already in a relationship, or you may really desire that person, somebody who's not your partner, or somebody who's not, like I said, single. It's really challenging for some people to avoid that trap, but it's one of those things that can happen quite often. So that's one of those things. It's a path that people go down. It's not forever. So in this case, my overall advice would be to be very conscious and have a conscience about what you're doing, and think things through very carefully, and try not to engage with anybody in a maybe inappropriate kind of way that isn't single. Obviously these are traps that we can all fall into, so use your, sometimes you just have to kind of go through life and let things happen. But in this case, I'm saying being very mindful. We're going to be at some point in Gemini season. This is about thinking things through, being very thoughtful, and maybe a little bit more strategic about your decisions. So choosing not to do something would be something, would be the way to go, okay, during this time. All right, I'm going to leave off here. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to do a last shot here of my notes so everybody can pause and read it. I appreciate all the love and support. I send everyone big hugs, big kisses, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye, guys.